Hi, I'm Greg Finn.
And I'm Jess Budd.
And it is officially Marketing O'Clock here at Cypress North on June 22nd, 2018. And our goals here are to give you all the news in a way that educates, informs, and entertains you. First up this week, Instagram launched IGTV. And this is a further, extenuation of the video that Instagram's brought on, and it allows you to go more than just 30 seconds, and you can make videos for up to an hour long.
That's really long.
Really long. And it is in that vertical format. Anybody can create it. It's out right now. And there are a lot of benefits to it where you see somebody has a really good idea on the current stories, and they just start going, and then they stop. And then they wait when the 30 seconds up, and they're like, oh yeah, and then where was I? And then they stop. And so this gives you that fuller distance, and you can also upload any video that you actually edit. My only kind of beef with this is playing around with it. It is really hard to watch videos that are vertical if they're not made to be vertical. And what you're seeing a lot of people do is take these horizontal videos and just throwing them up there. And it's pretty dizzying in some cases. And for marketers, that really kind of sucks, right? Is that we've got this video coming out for YouTube, let's say. You're gonna have to do some work to really get it to look good and work well in IGTV. Because if we were to take this here, the only way to really make this work would be like shoulder a clock here and do it like that. But overall, check it out. It's a little TV icon in the upper right-hand side of Instagram. And there's also a bright orange banner as well.
Sweet. All right, now up next on Shoulder O'Clock, Google has announced some really cool stuff that's coming out for YouTube advertisers. It's going to help us be more creative and better reporting. First thing coming up are video experiments. Basically, they said the benefit to this is you don't have to waste time, doing focus groups and testing your creative. That way you can actually throw up two versions of your creative and test them against each other. Same as you would with an AdWords experiment for your search campaigns if you're used to doing stuff like that. So that's really cool. Creative analytics are also coming. There's going to be better audience segmentation in some of the reports. And the bigger thing that I think is cooler, they're going to be rolling out later, is annotation. So basically you can note in your video where, say, a product shot comes up or a logo, and then you can use that annotation in your reporting to see if engagement dropped off either before that or people saw that, things like that, which is really cool. Director mix is another thing they launched that's coming out. Basically, it'll let you swap out different elements in the same video ad. So if you want to change, keep everything the same and change a piece of text, you'll be able to do that super easily. And it's not just text, there's a bunch of elements. So make sure you read the articles. We're linking to them all below for more details on this stuff. The last thing they announced is video ad sequencing. So you're not just going to put up one ad, you can have multiple video ads and make sure that they are played in a specific order. So you can kind of tell your story over multiple touch points.
Yep, that's awesome. I especially like the sequencing aspect and the experiments too. So looking forward to that. Next up, Facebook is testing subscription groups that can charge for exclusive content.
Ooh.
And the initial thoughts on this are that the subscription base is going to go 100% right now to those group admins. So the range is going to be from $4.99 up to $29.99 a month. And again, all that profit is going to go to the group admins. It's a really smart move for Facebook because, again, it gives people a little bit more incentive to use Facebook groups when they are trying to create these communities. However, it is not anything that we ever recommend. Groups, Facebook groups especially, are right if you are really just trying to make something small that doesn't matter much. As soon as you try to make a community in your business, you're not now confined into this Facebook ecosystem. If all of a sudden people stop using Facebook, all of a sudden your group goes away. You can't add anything extra. If it is important to you, you should build your own system. But again, good for Facebook. And let's see who's paying for these groups here.
Yeah, and let's not forget about those 3 or 4 people that aren't on Facebook. We want them to. Build your own community.
Exactly.
All right, next up, we warned you this was coming. The old AdWords interface is going away. And we told you about this before. It's set to happen by the end of the year. But for some of you advertisers, it could be happening as early as July 10th. Now that's less than a month away. If you're on that list, you probably got an email notification, so definitely keep an eye out for that because they're going to be rolling this out slowly to all the advertisers, and they're supposed to be giving you a heads up before it comes. Obviously pay attention to, if it's not happening to you just yet, pay attention to other notifications you might be getting in AdWords, because as we know, some features aren't rolling over, and as we recently discovered here, personally, some of your rules are invalid in the new interface, even if there's something you could set up there. So just pay attention. Again, they're kind of warning you about all of this stuff, so make sure you're on top of that before you're forced to switch over. We've also noticed a bunch of bugs, increased, wonkiness in the interface. So this is happening just in time for some people to not have a fallback option. So get excited. Also happening on July 10th is Google's keynote live stream, Google Marketing Live. So they said they're going to be announcing some cool new stuff for their advertising platforms. So if you want to sign up to watch that, we have a link below again, and hopefully there'll be good news on this sad day for some.
Yes, hopefully as they're inflicting pain, they're inflicting some pleasure too. But best bet is just bite the bullet, work in the interface now,
Yep.
and your life will be better.
Get over it.
I think life will be worse for a moment, but better in the long run. And now on to our lightning round. Hey Jess, do you like Facebook Messenger?
No.
Do you like video ads? Do you like autoplay video ads?
No.
What if I tell you Facebook's launching autoplay video ads for Facebook Messenger?
Yay!
That's coming out, and there's all the links to everything we're talking about here in Lightning Round can be found in our show notes below. Next up.
Next up, Google is replacing video boxes with a carousel. Basically, if you've noticed changes in your video views, it could be because of this. If you're on desktop search, instead of 3 videos per box, there's now an average of, I think, 8.5. I don't know how you show half a video, but that's math. So check it out.
You show it vertically, right? No.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Google Search Console Analytics API now is 18 months worth of Search Console data. This was new actually in the web interface version, and this is now making its way to the API. So you can now see a full 16 month of data. Awesome for marketers.
All right, and Bing ads. Huge news, if you like locations, you can now bulk edit location bid adjustments and actually see performance based on location without exporting a geographic report, which is awesome. They're also adding a couple new metrics to the dimensions tab. This is all very exciting, but we're all just kind of wondering when responsive search ads are coming, because ETAs are like, so 5 minutes ago, Bing, get with the program.
And one last lightning round item is Android messaging came out with a way that you can use text messaging on the web, and you can check that out again in our show notes below, but a cool way to send out those texts via the web interface. And it brings us to our must-read marketing article of the week, and this week's article is called Voice Marketing Tactics. There's only 100,000 searches a month up for grabs anyway. And this is from Will Critchlow over at Distilled. And it does a great job of breaking down voice search in general, taking a look at some of the different aspects that us marketers should really pay attention to. And it's a fantastic resource that everybody should check out when they can. So check that out. It's our must-read marketing article of the week. And that does it for today's show. It is now officially not marketing o'clock, but you can catch all of the content on our blog, cypressnorth.com, and descriptions and every link that we have is below. And please make sure to catch us right here each and every week. Come here, Rose. Get it. Special guest of the week. See you next week.